LOOS Company is located in the northeast corner, the quiet corner of Connecticut. We're making the wire rope that's used in the suicide prevention netting for the Golden Gate Bridge. The cable being used is approximately 4 millimeters in diameter. It's made of 7 strands, each consisting of 19 wires, which makes there 133 individual wires in that cable. LOOS Company buys rod from steel mills, directly from mills all over the world. We draw that rod down into smaller wires through a wire drawing process where the wire is pulled through a die, and the successive dies make the wire smaller and smaller as it's drawn down to the needed sizes. In between, the wire is annealed to make it softer so it can be drawn down further. Annealing is the process we use to take the wire and soften it. When it's drawn down, it gets harder and harder, much like a paper clip that's bent back and forth. The more and more you bend it, the more brittle it gets. When it gets to that point, you heat it in a furnace up to 2,000 degrees. You soften it so that it can be drawn further down to the next size.
When we draw it down, we have a number of inspection checks. It's very critical. If it's not to the spec that's needed, if it's too hard, it's going to be brittle, it's going to break. If it's too soft, it's going to be the same thing. It's not going to pull and it's going to snap quicker.
The finished wires are loaded into a stranding machine. The stranding machine twists the wires into individual layers or strands that comprise the cable. We test and verify many properties of the wire and the cable along the manufacturing process, including the exact chemistry of the wire that's used, the tensile strength of the individual wires, and of course the strength of the finished cable and its diameter and construction. Each of those wires is about 10 thousandths of diameter, so very small, but collectively they make a cable with a breaking strength of about 2,000 pounds. We've made a couple million feet of cable for the suicide prevention netting of the Golden Gate Bridge. This has been a multi-year project for LOOS Company. We still have another 6 to 9 months to go before we complete this contract. It's gratifying to know that you can point to that cable and say, I had something to do with that. The cable we're making, just by being visible, is helping save lives.